So guys, so I've got another ranking video, this time with the final evos of the fire starters. Before anything, drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. That way you get notified for most of the stuff I post, hopefully, if as long as YouTube is cooperating. But I don't really have a criteria. I'm just kind of ranking these based on my personal opinion of why I like them and why I don't. I'll kind of give a reason of why I have certain things placed certain places. Um, and these are the fire starters, so this is kind of going to be somewhat difficult, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So, number 8, which I think is probably the worst of the fire starters, is Doe Fox. I just don't really like Doe Fox too much. Nothing really about it appeals to me. It's definitely the worst of the Gen 6 starters under Chestnut and Greninja. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't appeal to me at all. I really just don't like it. I feel like the design could have been better, in all honesty. Like the whole Evo line, it's just kind of weird in my opinion. But if that's your favorite, let me know, and definitely let me know why it's your favorite in the comments. Maybe that, I doubt it'll change my mind, but definitely would like to hear what other people have to say. And for number 7, again, the fire starters are kind of tough. I'm gonna have to go with Inboard. Inboard is, again, I said before, the Gen 5 starters are probably, in my opinion, the worst out of all the starters in terms of design and really everything else. Just not much really appeals to me about the Gen 5 starters. So Inboard is there. Design wise, he's pretty cool, but in comparison to some of the other things, don't really like him too much. Definitely the design is definitely up there, but I'm not a fan of it, in all honesty. And so yeah, number 6. Number 6, this is when it gets tough for me. Number 6, and I feel like this is definitely one that people will disagree with. Gotta go with Incineroar. Again, it's not saying it's bad, but everything else is just really good. And this is still a really good one too. Incineroar is probably, again, Sun and Moon starters are pretty alright, but Incineroar definitely with the design, and he's in a lot of stuff. He's in Smash. He's definitely one of the mons that people really have. He's definitely a fan favorite for a lot of people, and he's good in competitive and stuff like that with Intimidate, and then his typing is pretty solid, and his signature move is really good too. So he's definitely got some appeal, but I personally he's number 6 for me. If you guys, some people might have him as his favorite, and I understand completely, because I feel like this next, the top 6, is going to kind of be, a lot of people have different rankings for all these mons in the top 6, in my top 6. But number 5, gotta go Typhlosion. Typhlosion again, he's great in the simplicity of his design. He's basically a big fire badger and that's what he is, a big fire badger. But he's definitely, Cyndaquil, Cool Lava definitely are cool looking too, but he's definitely, as long as he has the fire active at all times, he looks better. When they have some of the sprites without the fire, he's definitely looks pretty sad, in my opinion. But he's definitely number 5 for me. Number 4, I think, is the one that's really going to kind of be a bit, people won't agree, but I think some people will understand. And it's not Cinderace. It's not Infernape. Not Blaziken, but it is our boy Charizard, the overrated fire lizard king of Pokemon. It's just the fact that Charizard is everywhere, and he's kind of mascotted, is kind of, it makes him annoying, because he gets everything. He's like the Ichigo of Pokemon. Anything that kind of thing Pokemon's gonna give out, Charizard's getting it without a doubt. He got 2 Mega Evolutions. But whatever the next mechanic is in Gen 9, if they have one, he's getting that, definitely without a doubt. But Charizard, I gotta go number 4. When it comes the cards and stuff, he's definitely, a fan favorite no matter what. But for me, honestly, in terms of my personal favorites, I mean, there's other ones there, and I mean, he definitely the nostalgia bug, and especially when it came to like him in the TV show. I mean, he was definitely a badass in the TV show, which I mean, you can't take that away from him. So I think that's also a reason why he's kind of probably going to be number one for some people. This is probably going to be the one of the ones that people disagree with me the most. And now for number three. And I feel like my top three is going to be definitely different from most people's. Number three, I'm going to have to go our boy Cinderace. And for Cinderace, I really do feel like Cinderace is, in terms of design, definitely has one of the best designs. I mean, but also the most like humanoid designs, because I mean, he literally just looks like a. I mean, I'm not gonna say that. He definitely looks like a person in a rabbit suit, pretty much. It's just, except for the little mitten hands. That really, I mean, that's the only bad thing about him. But I mean, it kind of is to kind of highlight the aspect that he's designed to be kicking. He's not hitting anyone with his little nubs. He's not doing anything at all with the nubs. But I mean, overall, I mean, his design is good. I mean, in competitive, he's really good, especially in singles. And I mean, he's definitely, I mean, from Score Bunny up to Reboot. Reboot is probably, in my opinion, one of the best looking second evolutions. Like, he looks really cool with like his like thing. Like, oh, my jacket doesn't work that way, but with the thing covering his mouth and stuff, he definitely looks really good. And for number two, number one and number two are kind of like either or for me, in my opinion. But number two for me is going to have to go to Blaziken. I mean, there's not really much wrong with Blaziken. Let me adjust this a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. But number two, I got to go Blaziken. I mean, there's not really much wrong with Blaziken. He's just simply just flat out good. I mean, Mega Blaziken is probably one of the best designed Megas out there. I mean, he was easily one of the go-to starters of like the cool starters of Gen 3 next to Sceptile. I mean, Swampert was really cool looking too, even though, I mean, and it's kind of like derpy coolness to him. But I mean, Blaziken is definitely up there in terms of like overall starters and stuff. But yeah, he's definitely, I mean, he could have been number one or number two. I mean, my opinion will probably change on any day of the week when it comes to Blaziken and Infernape. But number one, and good old King Goku himself, the Monkey King, our boy Infernape. Infernape's he's just good. I mean, I don't really see much of a reason why you wouldn't think that Infernape deserves to be number one. I mean, his design is good. I mean, he's got his nice little Saiyan armor. I mean, there's so much good things to say about Infernape. I mean, in competitive, he's pretty solid. I mean, he can lay rocks. I mean, he's got like a priority with like Mach Punch. I mean, the fire hair. I mean, just design in general, it's just so good. It is really so good. And it just, from him starting off as Chimchar all the way up to this, it's just hands down easily one of the best designs in probably all of Pokemon. And if you look at it, it seems kind of like you could see Infernape and Incineroar kind of like fighting next to each other. Like they're kind of like have the same kind of like design build with like the little swirls thingies. But I mean, Incineroar still. I mean, not Incineroar. What's this thing's name? I literally just forgot it, even though I said it earlier. Or was I calling him Incineroar earlier? Inboard, yeah. I'm not going to edit that out if I was calling him Incineroar earlier, but you guys will probably correct me in the comments. But, yeah, definitely Infernape is definitely number one for me. I mean, my buddy Josh, this is his favorite mon too, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing with Incineroar. Infernape. Maybe Incineroar is my favorite. I keep saying it. I'm definitely looking forward to playing with Infernape in the next games, Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl. But yeah, that's my list. I mean, let me know what you guys think. If you disagree or agree, I mean, definitely let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys later.